Welcome back for those of you who were with us yesterday. And for those of you who've just joined, you are at the right event. You'll meet global experts from academia, industry, and civil society, all engaged in digital transformation. We have a great mix of keynote speakers, panels, and also breakout sessions where you can interact with some of the top researchers on the theme of digital transformation. I'm Beata Wickbom, I'm your moderator. I'm standing here in Kista, Stockholm, with some of our audience is also here physically, while many of you are scattered around the world, everywhere from Canada, China, Europe, to Ghana and Zambia. We're so happy that you're with us. We thought we would start the day with a few reflections from the first day, just highlighting some of the takeaways and some of the trends, and looking a bit forward to the day from three of the experts associated with the event. Please help me in welcoming Jelena, Zdravkovic, and Fredrik Engströmer, and Anna Kiefer. Jelena, you're professor and head of Department of Computer System Sciences at Stockholm University. It's a lot thanks to you that we can gather here in Kista. You're the head of your department is located in this building. I saw you were really engaged and happy when you came this morning. What was a highlight for you yesterday?
Thank you, Beata, for your nice words about the department and all my colleagues. Back to the event, I was totally amazed by yesterday's sessions and how we gathered both physically and online. And owing to Digital Future Smooth and Agile organization. And talking about the program and the highlight, I got impression that we were so versatile in both panels and the keynotes, while cohesive at the same time. So what we heard in the cohesive terms, AI is here to stay, yet it is in its childhood and it needs to develop more, which, for example, Professor Beata stressed by saying, we know how cobots work at home, but we less know how they work in crowd. For that, we need some capabilities and even IT capabilities.
I'll pick your brain a bit on how you think AI is progressing. Fredrik Engströmer, you're head of innovation, Region Stockholm. I know you were especially intrigued by some of the panels that we were having. What was one takeaway for you?
No, I think I was also intrigued and amazed by the quality and how advanced the research and innovation were in the different sessions and panels. As head of innovation, we are of course always looking for the height of innovation, and in these different areas, super interesting and fantastic.
Pick a highlight for you.
I think they were all very good, but I would say that the highlight was that how the triple helix is interacting, how the ecosystem is working between academia, public sector, and the industry as such to develop the research and innovation.
And why is that model so important from you, from the region's perspective?
That is super important. Also from a personal perspective, that you need to consider if you wish, comparing the possibilities with digitalization and new technologies versus the need and the challenges that you have. So you need to have the need owner, the one that knows the challenges and sees every day what it is, versus the opportunities with digitalization and new technologies, and match them together. So the ecosystem is key. One cannot be without the other.
Mm-hmm. Anna, you're Chief Operating Officer at Digital Futures, and you've been part of the centre since the launch in 2020. Why is it valuable with a meeting place like this conference?
It's extremely important for academia and public sector and private sector to meet and address societal challenges together, and also to work with transdisciplinary research. That's some of the goals of Digital Futures.
And what was the takeaway for you personally? I mean, you know basically everything because you've been part of the planning, and then the event comes live. And what was the highlight for you?
Well, the event is created by the people who are here, so I was very happy. I thought it was a fantastic day yesterday, and one of the highlights was certainly the opportunity to meet with world-leading researchers working on solutions for these challenges that were also described yesterday. So during the breakout sessions, you can really interact with these researchers and get first-hand information.
And you are also the editor of the Q&A functionality, because you, as we will give you more information on how you can do, you as participants, you can actively participate in the dialogue by asking questions and comments. So thanks for that, Anna. Back to you, Jelena, about sort of how AI is progressing and what, from your research perspective, what kind of challenge are you working on that you hope to find more answers to today during the second day?
The things are that I collected from yesterday and in relation to what we researchers here work are that AI is really becoming good in solving some essential yet small and simple problems, while when it comes to the settings which are more complex, like crowds, or which are interdisciplinary, or which are very soft when we talk about fairness, it's actually, we are not yet there with AI. AI is rather support to people, and it was very interesting to hear even the director of Facebook AI to say that there is a lot of data and we are analyzing that, but where are the human values in that? How we come to that? So I'm looking forward today to hear more in that line.
Mm-hmm. Fredrik, looking at what we spoke about yesterday, can you give us some more, for those who were not here, just some more takeaways from the panel discussions?
Yes, of course. I think it's hard to highlight some. But if we go, for instance, to the Skanska panel, how they were working with digital...
On smart construction.
On smart construction, working with robotics and the digital twin. I think that was super interesting to listen to.
Why was it so interesting?
Because they are expanding on an area into a new one. And that is basically how you work with the innovation process, right? You do something, you learn, you might get new insights, and you build on those new insights, and then you go back again. So innovation is a loop, if you wish, that you go round and round and round. It's never a straight line. And I think that was a good example of that. I think I was also very impressed by the Karolinska Institute, their work in AI and health data, and were able to set diagnose ahead of time and predict that. So I think all of them. And then, of course, I have to say my personal favorite was, of course, the Region Stockholm panel, right?
Why?
So, no, it was, I think the people that we had on stage yesterday were, we have worked with them such a long time, and they are such experts in their areas. So we were discussing drones with heart starters. That's work that's been going on for such a long time, and we had the chance to discuss that yesterday. And we are now continuing that work in delivery and using drones and investigating that. The 3D is something we have worked with for 7 years or more, and now starting a center around that. And also the 5G is something that we have worked with for so many years, and looking at the challenges that can be met with 5G. Mm-hmm. So interesting to hear about Scania and their work on 6G as well. So I think all in all, new technologies and new needs were discussed yesterday. So we discussed mobile technology, 5G, 6G. We discussed AI, IoT, and different other digitalization possibilities. I think it was very broad, very expert areas in their own fields, and the openness and sharing were fantastic.
Same question that I asked Jelena. Some of the challenges that you are working on does not yet have answers. What kind of answers or input or dialogues are you looking forward to having today to push you forward?
Yeah, I think the interaction with the people is key, and that is the basis. Know the right people and cross-reference what you're doing. I think the sessions outside yesterday were fantastic.
Breakout sessions.
The breakout sessions, thank you, were very good, because you could, let's say, think about your ongoing projects, innovation projects, and how can you connect to new ones and new fields. So I think the connection and the possibility to meet is very important.
Anna, this is a hybrid event, and for our hundreds of participants who are participating online, what is a highlight of actually having a hybrid event?
Well, it's the ideal world. There is the opportunity to be on site and meet, and of course that is difficult to replace online. But for those who are not able to participate on site, it's great to be able to access most of the material online and participate that way.
Jelena, when you go to, I'm just curious, when you go to an event like this, do you take notes? Do you process what you hear directly? Do you send emails?
Excellent
SMSs?
question.
How do you process all the input? Because the day yesterday was quite dense.
Excellent question. I process it electronically and even maybe with some use of AI. So I write down on my computer and then I can, by some simple tools, even rank the order of the keywords. So that's how I do it. And yesterday it was about equity, it was about fairness, it was about abuse. And of course you need to put a context to those words. So again, as Professor Biard was saying, it's not only about cobots, but how cobots are doing in the crowd. So context is extremely important, and that is where I was taking a lot of my notes about which different contexts I heard yesterday from those really great experts, both on the panels and on the keynotes. And interesting one on the panel from Scania, one of the challenges in terms of context was like, what when different experts are developing applications, like you have lawyers, you have developers, you have customers. So how they all agree on what this AI should bring so that it is legal and that it follows legislations. Then on the panel of Skanska, we heard that with constructions, you need to take care to online be able to react, for which they use digital twins. And that was one more keyword that I wrote down for myself and to follow up further. So amazing, and really looking forward to
and then
more of such.
Do you share your notes?
Yes,
with your team?
yes, I look to them right now. Yes, we share electronically and we discuss.
Thank you so much, and I hope to hang out with you more during the day. Digital Futures has 3 partners. The Research Institutes of Sweden, RISE, the Royal Institute of Technology, KTH, and Stockholm University, the academic home of Jelena and her colleagues. And here's some more on Stockholm University.
Stockholm University is one of Europe's leading centres for higher education, ranked among the world's top 100 universities. The university is located 10 minutes away from the centre of the Swedish capital. Knowledge, enlightenment and the pursuit of truth are ideals that have characterized Stockholm University since its founding in 1878. The main university campus is located in the world's first urban national city park. Its paths and corridors are walked by 30,000 students with different backgrounds and nationalities who study everything from business to chemistry and from languages to law. Students take part in social life on campus and in the heart of the city. You can take short courses and full programs, and there are also opportunities for student exchange in other countries, both for national and international students. Our students frequently express their appreciation for the informal student-professor relationship. Research and education are closely linked, and many of our research projects are international collaborations. Some of our students choose to go one step further in the academic world to pursue doctoral studies. Four Nobel laureates in chemistry and one in economics come from Stockholm University. And several of our researchers participate in the Nobel committees who select the Nobel laureates. Our research leads to discoveries and scientific breakthroughs recognized worldwide. For inquisitive children, young people and the general public, Stockholm University organizes school days, open lectures and research days. Our research affects all of society and is used for political decision-making and in the development of new products and services. We contribute to sustainable social development for a better future. Welcome to Stockholm University.
And you as participants can actively contribute with questions and comments. Here's some technical information before we start the program. You're already online. If you're watching this, up in the left corner, you find a menu where you will also be able to ask questions should you need any technical help. Please contact us here. And just to remind you, when you're in full screen, the chat or the question window is not open. You need to close the full screen mode to be able to interact. And for those of you on site here in Kista, you can, of course, also contribute with questions and comments. Just point your camera to the QR code. You'll be directed to a browser page where you can ask questions. No need to download any app or anything. Should you wish to share some of the discussions that we're having in here, please use the hashtag Digitalize in Stockholm. It's fun to follow your contributions on Twitter and other social media for those who are not here. And finally, my role is also to help us guide through the program and respect time, so you can be sure that we start the keynotes and the panels on the times shown in the program. And all our keynote speakers and panelists are aware of this. If I'm a bit strict, that's because we want you to be able to log in and see the individual sessions on time. Let's have a quick look at the third partner of Digitalize in Stockholm, the Research Institutes of Sweden, RISE.